Yes, Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So today we will start on our first chapter for IML 465, Digital Reference Services. As on this slide, digital reference services, virtual reference services, online reference services are the similar terms. Jadi kalau you dengar DRS, VRS or ORS, they are all the same thing, similar thing. So don't get confused. These three terms have the same objective and provide pinpointed, exhaustive, expeditious service to its information seekers when they have a query. This is the definition by Ranganathan, RS. So as for the scenario, until the internet really began to take off in the mid-1990s, librarians relied on the mail, the telephone, and the fax machine to help users who were unable to come into the library for reference assistance. So before the internet, users will come to the library to seek for the reference consultation, for the reference service. Reference service ataupun dalam bahasa Melayu kita panggil perkhidmatan rujukan adalah satu perkhidmatan yang disediakan oleh perpustakaan yang mana pengguna akan datang pada pustakawan akan datang ke perpustakaan, datang kepada pustakawan, berjumpa pustakawan untuk bertanyakan soalan. So that is the reference service, perkhidmatan rujukan. Jadi sebelum ni, sebelum ada internet, sebelum ada networking and so on, pengguna ni akan datang ke perpustakaan secara fizikal. Jadi bila dah ada internet, so the reference service start to work digitally. And then with the advent of internet-based tools, librarians now have a greatly expanded set of options. Some of these digital technologies allow only for asynchronous interactions. The user and librarian interact in a delayed fashion as opposed to a live one, such as in the case of emails sent back and forth between users and librarian. So before this, previously, first version of digital reference service is asynchronous, means that you can post your question online, but it takes time for the librarian to respond to your question because of you are using email. Jadi you hantar email and then you need to wait until the reference librarian reply your email, which is usually not happen in a real time. Maybe it takes 1 or 2 days or might be longer. Depends on the situation, depends on the librarian's free time. So by time, others internet options offer synchronous or live interaction that approximate at different levels the experience of the face-to-face reference encounter. Some live systems allow for user and librarian to send short messages back and forth via chat software. Other systems allow for the librarian to take control of the user's browser as though the librarian and user were at a reference desk looking at a single computer monitor. So synchronous is macam tadi asynchronous saya kata delay response. Contoh email, you hantar, you tak tahu bila librarian tu akan reply, and bila librarian tu reply, mungkin jawapan dia tak, ataupun jawapan dia mungkin memerlukan lebih you nak jawapan yang lebih detail, for example. Jadi you have to reply to that librarian's email and then wait for more time for the librarians to respond to your email. Jadi it takes a very long time for you to get the answers that you need. Compared to synchronous, it is a real-time conversation. Contoh chat. You chat, you tanya, and then you can get the response promptly, terus. Jadi you tak payah tunggu. Based on the response, maybe you have another question, you can directly post or you can directly ask the question and you get the answer as soon as possible. Then, as wider and wider bandwidth becomes the norm for internet users, it's easy to envision librarians and users speaking directly. Jadinya, jadi you kena ingatlah, you kena tahu the development of digital reference service, virtual reference service. It start with the traditional method, face to face, and then by time, dia jadi synchronous, means that need more time to get the answer and move to the synchronous, live or real-time response of answer. So this is what we will cover on the chapter 1. Start from the definition and then theories, evolution of digital reference service, factors driving change of reference service, the needs of digital reference service, objective of digital reference, as well as elements of digital reference. So first, we go for the definition of reference service. The provision of reference services involving collaboration between library user and librarian in a computer-based medium. These services can utilize various media, including email, web forms, chat, video, web customer call center software, voice over internet protocol, etc. This is a definition by Sloan in 2002. You need to remember that you need to bear in mind that digital reference service basically involve three elements: the users who ask the question, and then the librarian who will answer the question, as well as the medium of the reference consultation, either website, chat, Google Form, video, phone call and so on. Tu semua adalah medium or channel, communication channel between the users and the librarian in having the reference consultation, reference service. So another definition, virtual is something that is not physical but is made real with the aid of computer. So kita ingat virtual ni there is no physical contact at all, there is no face-to-face communication at all. Dia cuma reference service provided by the library using the librarian to answer users' question through web, with the aid of computer, with the helps of computer. While digital involves the use of computer technology in capturing, storing, and providing information. Both DRS and VRS make use of the computer to provide information. This is a definition by Merriam-Webster Dictionary. So you can ingatlah, virtual, digital, both are using computer. Both are using technology in providing reference service. Another definition in $1 by $1 in 2009. It is a concept that shows reference services delivered electronically, often in real time, where the users employ computers or other internet technology to communicate with reference staff without being physically present in the library. So, macam yang I dah bagi tahu daripada awal lagi, digital reference service, virtual reference service adalah perkhidmatan yang mana pengguna akan ada sesi soal jawab dengan pustakawan tanpa berada di library. You are using technology, you are using medium such as website, you are using medium such as chat or email in order to communicate with the librarian. Okay, a digital reference transaction occurs when a question is received electronically and responded to electronics medium by a librarian. Jadi, Bertolt, McLeod and Ryan in 2000, they define digital reference transaction, digital reference consultation happen, berlaku bila librarian ni terima soalan, pustakawan terima soalan melalui website, melalui teknologi, bukan face to face question. So digital reference service has evolved naturally from traditional reference service and does not exist in isolation. At the reference desk, the staff answers questions received either traditionally, such as face-to-face, or on the phone, and also digitally by email or chat via the internet. Digital reference service is an improvement on the traditional reference service. Okay, sebelum ni macam I bagi tahu you tadi, ada traditional reference service. Librarian akan duduk dekat meja rujukan tu. Jadi user, pengguna akan datang dan bertanyakan soalan. So, bila pengguna datang dan tanya soalan, pustakawan akan jawab pada masa tu jugalah. Ataupun pustakawan dapat soalan melalui telefon. Yang tu adalah traditional way, cara yang awal dulu. Tapi bila dah sekarang ada internet, ada networking, ada teknologi dan sebagainya, kita dah evolve from the traditional to digital to virtual. So it is easy for the users to consult with the librarian. Okay, theories and models in DRS. There are several theories and models describe DRS. However, it is important to understand the basic element of DRS. According to Brook in 2003, Digital Reference Service comprises of 4 elements, namely, okay, you kena ingat kalau misalnya Digital Reference Service akan ada 4 elemen ni. Kalau tak ada, tak cukup. These 4 elements complete the process of digital reference service. First, kena ada user. The user of the service on site or remote users. Maksudnya, pengguna tu dalam perpustakaan ataupun dekat luar kawasan perpustakaan. Kiranya kalau misalnya digital reference service ni, pengguna tu, the user can be anywhere. Macam you sekarang kat rumah kan, you at home, you can consult with the librarian in PSB. Using library portal, using chat or maybe using email. Okay, so itu first element. Kena ada pengguna sebab pengguna ni akan tanya soalan. User that will ask the question which will be fulfilled, will be answered by the librarians. Second, kena ada interface in the form of an emails, web form, a video conference, chat and anything, etc. So interface ni adalah medium or channel that is used by the users to send their question to the librarian. Third, must be a librarian or information professional. Librarian ni pun sama penting dengan pengguna tadi sebab kalau tak ada librarian, tak ada pustakawan, siapa nak jawab soalan kan? And then, kena ada information resources, either print or electronic, because of these information resources will be used to answer the user's question. Jadi, you kena ingatlah ada 4 elemen ni. First, user, orang yang bertanya soalan. And second, interface, medium or channel that is used by the users to ask, and then a librarian who will answer the question, and then information resources that is used by the librarian to fulfill or to answer users' question. Now, class, this is the DRS, Digital Reference Service structure or topology. Start with, kita ada asynchronous macam abang kita tadi. Yes, asynchronous is the medium that is not real time. Maksudnya, you guna ni memang digital tapi bukan boleh dapat jawapan. You need to wait. Which is kadang-kadang you tak tahu pun bila you akan dapat jawapan tu. Might be after 1 hour ataupun kalau librarian tu reply cepat dapat. Kalau librarian tu tak perasan email you, tak perasan soalan you, mungkin it might take longer than you expect. So asynchronous consists of email, web forms as a service, and then online pathfinders. So benda-benda ni benda yang you kena tunggu. You cannot get the real time answers, on the spot answers. Okay, then second, synchronous. Synchronous ni okay, real time, on the spot answer. So first is chat, and then video conferencing on webcam services, and then digital reference service as well as real time reference. So kena ingat asynchronous delay response, synchronous real-time response, on-the-spot response. Another element in virtual reference service is collaborative network, which is library consortia. So, ni I bagi tahu tadi tu. Mode in DRS, kita ada asynchronous, synchronous, collaborative network reference. Asynchronous, which involves time delay between the question and answer, conducted through email, web forms or as a services. Macam abang kita tadi, dapat ulang banyak kali. Hope that you remember this. Asynchronous is the process which delay the answer. Contohlah macam you hantar email dekat I kan. I tak akan, kalau I tak perasan email tu or I'm not checking the email, so you need to wait. katalah I memang tak aware, I memang tak check email hari ni, I tunggu 2-3 hari lagi. So another 2 or 3 days baru you akan dapat jawapan. And then bila dah dapat jawapan pula, mungkin you require many more information or you have another question. And then you have to post another question and again wait for the response from the librarian. That is asynchronous. So synchronous, which takes place in real time with an immediate response to the query, which may in the form of text-based chat using either simple technologies or web contact center software, video conferencing or webcam services or digital reference robots. So synchronous, this is the real-time answer, real-time response, on-the-spot response. Contoh chat. Bila you chat librarian, insyaAllah on the spot you akan dapat jawapan because of library will usually put a librarian on duty to answer the chat reference service, which is the real-time answer, real-time feedback. Then, collaborative network reference. In this service, 2 or more libraries come together to offer reference service using any of the online formats. The user would send his or her request to a member library, which would be forwarded to the library best able to answer the question. A library may get a question routed to it because it has particular strength in its collection that match the needs of the user. So, collaborative network reference is practiced by 2 or more libraries in order to provide reference services to the user, to the library user. Okay then, general virtual reference process model. First, we have question acquisition is a means of taking a patron's question from email, web forms, a chat or embedded applications. Okay, question acquisition is the process of getting the question. Proses untuk mendapatkan soalan daripada pengguna. Bila kata digital reference service-nya, dia bukan soalan yang you akan dapat face to face, yang you akan dapat physically. Dia adalah soalan yang akan you dapat melalui email, ada web form dan sebagainya. So bila soalan-soalan ni proses-proses ni kita panggil question acquisition, proses mendapatkan soalan. So, bila dah dapat soalan, kita akan ada triage. Triage is the assignment and routing of a question to a digital reference service and to a reference or subject expert within a service. This step may be automated or conducted via human decision support. Triage also includes the filtering of repeated questions or out-of-scope questions. So, triage. Once dapat soalan, librarian tu kena need to determine whether the question need to be sent to the subject expert, to the subject specialist. Maksudnya kena hantar pada orang yang tahu berkenaan dengan soalan tu, yang memang expert, yang memang pakar. Ataupun mungkin ada soalan yang berulang-ulang. Jadi bila soalan yang berulang, you boleh guna previous answer. You can, maksudnya librarian are able to recycle the previous answer. Or maybe out of scope questions. Maksudnya soalan yang tak berkaitan. Bila ada soalan yang tak berkaitan ni, jadi librarian can ignore the question or response back to the user, respond back to the customer, stated that this question is out of their scope. And then, answer formulation includes factors for creating good answers such as age and cultural appropriateness. Answers are also sent to the user at the point. So, bila dah dapat question, first dah dapat soalan. Second, triage. You proses untuk you menyalurkan soalan tu sama ada you nak bagi kat subject specialist ataupun you can answer by yourself using information resources ataupun you remove the question. So, soalan yang you terima, soalan yang you dah bagi pada subject specialist ni tadi, you kena dah dijawab kan. So answer tu, jawapan tadi tu you kena bagi pada pengguna, pada orang yang tanya tadi. Jadi bila bagi pada orang yang tanya ni, answer formulation ni, you cannot just simply give them the answer. You kena tengok user tu macam mana. Contoh, kalau user tu kanak-kanak ataupun kalau user tu pelajar universiti atau kalau user tu orang daripada industri ataupun orang tu user tu adalah senior citizen, jadi librarian need to match the answers with the user. Kalau kanak-kanak mungkin jawapan mungkin quite simple, very easy to understand. Tapi kalau mungkin you punya customer tu adalah orang pada industri ataupun senior citizen, mungkin you boleh guna complicated, bukan complicated, you boleh guna more, you can give more technical answers to them. Okay. Then tracking. Tracking is the quantitative and qualitative monitoring of repeat questions for trends. Tracking allows the identification of hot topics and may indicate where gaps exist in the collection. So tracking ni is the process of you are doing statistics, how the pattern of the questions answered, the patterns of the questions asked. Sebabnya bila you kerja dekat reference service, you bertugas dekat penghidmatan rujukan, you boleh identify how many similar questions have been asked. So sebab tu banyak company, banyak library akan keluar dengan FAQ, which is frequently asked questions. So bila frequently asked question, you need to provide the same answer for this frequently asked question to ensure standardization, to ensure that you give the right answer, the exact answer. Jadi tracking ni adalah proses untuk you buat statistik. Jadi dari statistik tu you boleh tengoklah berapa banyak soalan yang lebih kurang sama orang tanya. Jadi bila dah sama tu, you can post it in the frequently asked question. So daripada situ juga, tracking tu juga you boleh identify the gaps of the information ataupun the lack of information provided in your library. The lack of information resources provided in your library. Okay, then resource creation concerns the use of tracking data to build or expand collections and better meet users' information needs. Okay, resource creation is the, okay, you dah tahu tadi berapa banyak soalan yang diajukan, berapa banyak soalan, berapa jenis soalan yang ditanya, apa dia maklumat yang selalu ditanya oleh pengguna. Jadi daripada sini, you are able to suggest the collections need by the library. Daripada situ, you can identify what is the collections lack in the library. Mana yang kurang, you boleh suggest untuk penambahan bahan. So that is resource creation. Okay, then this is the 6-step process that organization can follow to offer a successful digital reference service. This is by digital reference process model by Chaudhry and Margheriti in 2003. 6-step. First, informing. Conduct preliminary research both in their area of expertise and in the existing services within their area. So informing ni adalah process of, maksudnya bila once you dah dapat soalan daripada user, daripada customer tu, you kena ada preliminary research. You need to identify what kind of question that have been asked by the user. Next step is planning. Develop procedures, methods and policies that reflect the overall organization goals. You dah dapat question, you dah buat research, you dah tahu apa yang customer tu nak, user tu nak, you can go to the next step, which is plan. Kena develop procedures. And then training. Prepare their staff accordingly with a special training plan. Okay, library biasanya tak akan suka-suka letak staff dekat reference service because of this staff is an image of a library. Jadi, before any staff position at the reference desk, they must undergo trainings on how to work, how to be on duty in reference service. Then prototyping, pilot test the service before it is launched to identify problem. So sebelum ada digital reference service, you kena buat prototype, kena ada pilot test. Maksudnya buat ujian dulu lah, sama ada okay ke tidak ke. Kalau tak okay, apa yang tak okay, and then based on the problems identify, baru you can make sure that you are ready to provide the service. Okay, contributing. Ensure ongoing publicity and resource development to support the service. Jadi contributing ni, you need to make sure that you do marketing or promotion to promote, to create awareness of digital reference service provided by the library, to make sure that users aware of the service, and then from the awareness, they are willing or they want to use the service. Last step, evaluating. Ensure regular evaluation of the service to provide information in areas that the service can be improved. Okay, bila you buat digital reference service, you buat reference service, you kena, bukan reference service saja, hampir semua perkhidmatan yang kita sediakan, kita kena buat evaluation. Supaya perkhidmatan tu bukan syok sendiri. Bila you buat evaluation, when you evaluating your service, you will know what kind or what area that needs to be improved, what can you do to be better in that area. Okay, that is evaluating. So I think that's all for now. Nanti kita akan sama lagi lah untuk completekan this chapter 1. If you have any question, you can ask me in the group WhatsApp, or as usual kalau malu nak tanya dalam group, PM pun tak apa. So, thank you everyone. Happy fasting. Assalamualaikum.